Oh yeah, it's time for Littleshy to do everything wrong with Season 5, Episode 9, the 100th episode Slice of Life.
It is so hard!
We made it, y'all, and Melanie, if you are watching this, we are now at the episode because of what you have commented on when we finish with the season for finale.
The episode where it's a big love letter to the brownies because it focus on the side characters more than us. You know, Derpy, Final Scratch, Lyra, and Bonbon. Etc.
He's gonna do something special for this one from what I've heard.
I don't know about you, but I'm very much content for this one, darling.
Me too.
No kidding. Did you just call Puzzle Man? Yes, I did. Well, I'm very welcome to that. After all, I still love Positively Pink.
We get it.
You love G3.
Background topic. This episode is mainly on the wedding between Cranky and Matilda while we were battling a bear bug. Yeah, one of the creatures from TARDIS.
Meanwhile, hilarity ensues with the background ponies. I remember that. Yeah. I wish that Derpy, Lyra, Bonbon, Final Scratch, and Octavia were here for this, but oh well. It is what it is, and Fakeyou doesn't have those. Now then, let's start this one. I'm gonna start the video, so let's go.
Oh, yes, please.
These photos tell a story. Cranky with Matilda, smiling without Matilda. This photo in particular tells the story of beverage drinking futility, because they can't pick these up with hooves, but also who leaves drinks on the floor?
No, Pony,
Offensive
that's who...
truth emoji sticker. Being offensive isn't the sin, but rather the existence of emoji. This glue stick. You may be expecting a horses are glue joke, but this sin is actually for borderline trademark infringement. This envelope teleports.
Well, which craft is it with this envelope? I have no idea.
Redacted wedding invitation.
Wait for it.
Back in October 2010, episode 1 aired, and it happened to feature a background pony with derp dyes. Fans quickly became attached and dubbed her Derpy, giving her a muffin-loving personality. It just so happened the show had plans to introduce a ditzy character of its own, but after seeing fan reaction to this background oddity, they made Derpy the new ditzy.
AKA Ninja's cousin.
First vocal appearance in season 2's The Last Roundup, but unfortunately, due to mistaken voice direction, legal issues, and overbearing political correctness, Derpy was censored in future airings of the episode, which caused fan outrage and inspired a movement rallying around her.
That was
largely
still
due to this
rude.
immense support
From
that we saw
Hasbro.
Derpy return in later episodes, but it was this appearance here, which is the culmination of over half a decade of fan support, that we finally see and hear Derpy in all her wall-eyed, muffin-loving glory. Maybe
There
the
it
castle's
is.
not so
What?
bad. It did bring us these middle finger jokes after all. Doctor Who
Is he
another
removing
background pony
sins?
early Bronies became
Oh,
attached to, giving him the
my.
reputation of being the Doctor from Doctor Who. This episode clearly runs with that concept as he talks about time travel, has an appropriate accent, wears a bow tie, the fourth Doctor's scarf, and even shouts the long-running catchphrase. Dr. Hooves and Derpy being a pair was originally popularized by Bald Dumbo Rat's Tumblr blog and animations from Ocarina Player. Derpy doing something adorable that will be gift for all eternity.
We know you love Derpy as much as we do Littleshy.
Ingenuity to shame. Vinyl Scratch, aka DJ Pone3, is another fan-favorite background pony which originally had a 5-second appearance in Season 1 suited for success, and just like Derpy, fans quickly came up with a mountain of characterization, much of which is represented here. These bowlers are a reference to Season 2's The Cutie Pox, which in turn was a reference to a long-running joke from shows Lauren and her husband worked on, which in turn was a reference to one of their favorite movies, The Big Lebowski. That makes this a reference to a reference which is a reference.
This rug I have, it really tied the room together.
Reference section.
What's this word you keep using, man?
This episode addresses what would have otherwise been a sin, and it is glorious. Regardless, we have to roll the clip.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Do we know what they're on about?
Octavia is, you guessed it, another popular background pony. She first appeared for a couple seconds in the Season 1 finale and was quickly characterized by fans as a posh cellist with an accent popularized by fan voices. Much like Vinyl Scratch, the fan voice became so ingrained with the character that this episode couldn't have used anything but a British accent.
we can
The way
thank
this
Ellie
episode
Monty
puts
for
the main
that.
characters in the background while the background and secondary characters speak remarks is absolute genius.
Maybe it's just a friendship problem, and it'll all be cleared up in a half an hour or so.
A bugbear is a scary generic
Come on,
monster,
sweetie
much like
belle.
a boogeyman. It can also refer to a pet peeve, giving us multiple layers to this joke.
But no ponies asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town.
Amethyst Star is an actual background pony with virtually no fan-made characterization. This is hilarious, but is also not completely random because she was in fact an organizer for Winter Wrap-Up.
If that's
Lyra
not
and Bonbon
ironic
are two
for you,
background ponies
then
that we
I don't know
commonly
what
see
is.
together, leading fans to ship them as a couple. Their depiction in this episode all but confirms this headcanon and seems to be intentionally teasing shippers.
You're my very best friend.
Bonbon's name is popular with fans, but toys usually refer to her as Sweetie Drops. This episode finds the perfect way to canonize both names.
My name isn't Bonbon. It's Special Agent Sweetie Drops.
The
Clever!
rocks, the benches we've sat on.
Lyra sitting on a bench is a fandom meme inspired by this brief shot showing her sitting in a very not pony-like fashion.
Sitting
It
like a
quickly became
human.
referenced in
Yeah,
fan media
that
and
one.
even started
We're acting like a
brief
human in
phenomenon
general.
similar to planking. Lyra is also seen Lyra-ing later in the episode.
I've got to go find a crowd to blend into.
Get it? Because she's a background pony?
Yep, I get it.
Without knowing what the trigger is, they could go off at any moment.
Dr. Hooves describes social media.
I'm Stephen Magnet.
Stephen Magnet is a fan-made name, but not just any fan-made name, because it comes from a time when full episodes were readily available on YouTube before Hasbro figured out what the internet was. And it was also at a time when YouTube rolled out a very broken caption transcription service, which never worked correctly. It was because of these two very dated things that the word Stephen Magnet appeared under this character, and bronies have referred to him as such ever since. And now it's canon.
I had no idea you had such adventures together.
Cranky and Steven being longtime friends sounds odd at first, but only until you realize Cranky regularly traveled by river, and that's where Steven lives.
Oh, that makes
All
sense.
these wedding songs are so standard. I want Matilda and Cranky's wedding to be special.
And with just those two lines, the show makes Octavia a much more interesting character than some pony who likes stereotypical standard music. She can have a passion for her stringed instruments without being dogmatic about music like the posh cellist in any other cartoon would be. Vinyl and Octavia being roommates with different genre interests is a completely original idea the show came up with. Just kidding, it's also a popular fan-made headcanon turd canon, popularized by the legendary animation Epic Wub Time, musicians of Ponyville.
In which we reacted to that legendary fan animation. Shout out to Alligator in the Tub.
Worse, and usually because the writers are out of ideas. The accuracy of this pun is up for debate, but its inclusion is hilarious nonetheless. Vinyl's base canon takes center stage as yet another reference to fan animation.
It's nothing special, it's just my base.
And it's because of that meme that this became canon? No pun intended. God, I love no Atkins bosses vinyl.
Unfortunately, this reference is tarnished by Hasbro's harsh legal response of forcing Jan to take down his animations and never create fan content again under threat of litigation. Thanks for ruining our Cindy
I will
Whipple
never
streak,
forgive Hasbro for that.
All
Shame
hail
on
the
you.
glorious Twycane.
Oh,
This
hell, the
green screen is
Twycane!
actually in the episode, and it features some of the wonderful people who make the show happen. Gummy's not a brainless pet, he's just a really deep thinker. Hashtag
Gummy's
save
so
Greasy
awesome.
Turnip Truck.
What do you mean you left it on the counter? I thought you were bringing it.
Celestia and Luna bickering like children despite being thousands of years old is hilarious.
Our friends have done it. They've defeated the bugbear.
The episode sticks to its background-foreground switch-up so well that we don't even see how the main six defeated the monster. It's all delightfully inconsequential.
You know those expensive imported oats you were saving for a special occasion? I cooked them up and ate them.
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
I choose to
Hey,
this reference
Hats!
intentionally.
What you were going for that reference interesting?
AKA Mustache is a wonderful reference to the show's premiere.
Yes, he did exactly what I did to him.
Derpy really is the best.
Yes, indeed!
How a story like Cranky's search for Matilda.
The fact they don't waste time bringing people up to speed is further proof this episode is for the fans, as if it wasn't obvious enough already. This moment made waves in the fandom when it happened, although looking back with all the changeling developments, it makes total sense. A notable companion of the Doctor is named Rose.
Just
I
like in
really
the
wanted
actual
to add a
show.
sin here for the refusal to recognize Derpy's true name. But if you think about it, it is probably a trademark issue preventing the word Derpy from being used, which means a reference to the fan-made characterization of Derpy loving muffins is the next best credit she could have received.
All hail the Muffin Queen.
Its slice of life happened today.
Hee hee. Yeah, the hype would be real.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
And that was everything wrong. Or in this case, right? With slice of life.
Well, shit. I didn't expect him to turn this around with his usual shtick, but it's a nice change of pace for once.
So he instead removed sins for this one. Well, except for the one with button mash, because seriously, Hasbro.
You had one job.
Yeah, I don't think Sweetie Belle's happy about that cease and desist on her specials on Pony.
Hey!
Yeah?
What the hell is this?
Those pesky guys always have to ruin everything we love.
Sigh, fucking hell. But anyways, yeah, that was a totally different take here. And I love it because that was totally awesome!